So, what if I told you the founder of McDonald's wasn't actually in the hamburger business? In this explainer, we're digging into a pretty shocking financial secret from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and honestly, it could change how you look at your money and even your job forever. All right, so picture this. It's 1974. Ray Kroc, the guy who made McDonald's what it is grabbing a few beers with some bright-eyed MVA students. And after his talk, he leans in and asks them this one seemingly simple question. You can just imagine the students, right? They kind of laugh, thinking it must be a trick question. I mean, come on, it's McDonald's. Of course he's in the hamburger business. And that's exactly what one of them eventually says. But then, Kroc hits them with an answer nobody saw coming. He says, I'm not in the hamburger business. My business is real estate. And that right there is the huge secret we're unpacking today. See, it turns out that the main business of McDonald's is actually snapping up all that valuable land underneath its franchises. It makes them one of the biggest single real estate owners in the entire world. That story just perfectly sets up this lesson's core idea, which is this: there is a massive difference between your profession and your business. See, most of us are trained our whole lives to focus on our profession. You know, the thing you do to earn a paycheck. You could be a fantastic chef, but you probably don't own the restaurant. That's your job. Your business, though, that's something else entirely. That's what you own, the thing that makes you money even when you're not physically there working. And the book really doesn't pull any punches here. It says that most people struggle with money because they spend their entire lives mining someone else's business, making other people rich instead of building their own. So, okay, how do you start minding your own business? It all boils down to building what's called your asset column. And to do that, you just have to understand one simple but absolutely critical rule: knowing the difference between an asset and a liability. And really, it's this simple. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. That's it. That's the whole definition. So if you want to build wealth, your new mission in life is to buy and create things that generate income for you. Now, here's the trap that almost everybody falls into. We buy things that take money out of our pockets. Those are liabilities, but we trick ourselves into thinking they're assets. And that single mistake is what keeps people stuck on that hamster wheel, the rat race, just working to pay the bills for stuff they bought. Now this is where the magic happens. This shows the cycle of wealth in motion. Your assets generate income. Then you use that income to buy, you guessed it, more assets. And those new assets start generating even more income. It's this powerful, self-feeding loop that just builds and builds over time. So what are these real assets we should be buying? Well, here are some great examples. The whole strategy is this. You keep your day job. That's your cash flow source. But you use that cash to consistently buy assets like these, not liabilities that just end up draining your bank account. So, does all this mean you can never have nice things? No way. Absolutely not. But the reward for being this disciplined is a crucial difference in how, and maybe more importantly, when you get them. This slide just captures the whole mindset difference perfectly. Wealthy people build up their asset column first, and then they let the income from their assets pay for the luxuries. The poor and middle class, we tend to do it completely backwards. We buy the luxuries first, usually on credit, and just dig ourselves into a deeper and deeper hole. A true luxury. It's a reward for successfully building your business. The book gives this awesome example. The author's wife wanted a new Mercedes, but instead of just going out and getting a loan, they waited for 4 years as their real estate portfolio grew and grew. And eventually, the extra cash flow from their properties was enough to pay for the car. Their assets bought the luxury, not their own hard work. So when you boil it all down, it really comes to the choice you see right here. You've got path number one, the one we're all taught: work really hard, pay a ton in taxes, and try to save whatever's left over. Or there's path number two. Invest the time to develop your financial smarts and let your asset column do all the heavy lifting for you. And all of this leads us to the final, and I think the most important question you can ask yourself: where is your financial focus really? Are you just working for your next paycheck, your income statement? Or are you actively, day in and day out, building a business that will one day work for you? Because the answer to that question could really determine your entire financial future.